We could all use a little help navigating the news these days. The Consider This podcast wants to give you a hand. 6 days a week, we'll help you make sense of the day's biggest news story and what it means for you in less than 15 minutes. Listen now to the Consider This podcast from NPR.
From the WGLT Newsroom, I'm Melissa Ellen. The McLean County Board swore in its newly elected members. That solidifies the board's first Democratic majority. And longest-serving Democrat Elizabeth Johnston of Normal was unanimously elected to chair the board.
I think today really was setting us off on a good foot. I think that everybody was kind of aware of the dynamics, and I think you saw that reflected in the vote, and I hope that is our path forward.
All of the county board's legislative committees are now led by Democrats as well. A Bloomington man lost nearly everything over the holiday, and a friend is trying to help. Bianca Pintor set up a GoFundMe for Kevin Lopez, whose mobile home was destroyed by a fire.
I know he's a good person, and also I know he doesn't have savings because he works, but you know how the expenses are here, so it's hard.
Lopez says he hopes to rebuild because it's too expensive to build new. President-elect Donald Trump has promised increased tariffs targeting Canada, Mexico, and again, China. Illinois agriculture organizations hope he doesn't follow through. Stanford farmer Rodney Weinzierl directs the Illinois Corn Growers Association. Weinzierl says his hope is Trump's tariffs are temporary.
Kind of a bargaining step to get them at the table to get something worked out rather than a therapeutic tariff that goes on for a really long time.
Ag groups say they hope the Trump administration opens new markets for Illinois commodities. The highlight of the season so far for Illinois Wesleyan men's basketball coach Ron Rose has nothing to do with basketball. Rose officiated his son's wedding last weekend.
Ryan said, I really would like you to do it, Dad, and have someone, I don't want some stranger up there, someone I don't know well. It'd be really special if he did it, and I can't think of a much higher honor to get to do that.
Rose says he got certified as an ordained minister online a few weeks ago. It took about 10 minutes. I'm Melissa Ellen, WGLT News.
We could all use a little help navigating the news these days. The Consider This podcast wants to give you a hand. 6 days a week, we'll help you make sense of the day's biggest news story and what it means for you in less than 15 minutes. Listen now to the Consider This podcast from NPR.